Let's have a look at the papers. You knew what was coming anyway. The mathematician Bobby Seagull is here to tell us what's caught his eye this morning. Familiar face, of course, because Bobby, you're the man who's put Naga and Jane and the team through their maths GCSE this year.
Absolutely, I think it was really brave of them to take on the maths GCSE.
Yeah.
So obviously it's a chance for them to re-engage with numbers, but also an opportunity for the nation to understand the journey that students have to go through and also the importance of numbers to our country.
Are you confident ahead of, what is it, August the 23rd?
August the 23rd, Thursday, we're going to be in Uxbridge.
Yeah.
We'll pick up their results, so fingers crossed for
Everything will be crossed for them. Oh, gosh, that's going to be really scary. I remember getting my exam results. It's nothing quite like it. You don't sleep the night before, do you?
Not at all. Or the night before.
And obviously, all the pupils.
Yes.
Getting their
we
results.
all the 15, 16-year-olds out of the country.
It's that time of year, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. You've got your waistcoat on.
Yes, of course. So normally as a teacher, kids will used to be seeing me wearing a jacket and tie combination. So they might think, what's Mr. Seagull doing in this? But obviously, this is a reference to Mr. Southgate.
And you have your bottom button undone as well.
Exactly. So I've learned rather than the...
Very good.
Looking very good in it
Thank
too,
you,
Bobby.
And you've picked out a story in the Sun today. Fantastic fourth, it says. It's talking about the World Cup.
Yes. So I think in this World Cup, we've come with low expectations. You know, we had in the 2014 World Cup, we lost 2 games, drew 1, so exited the group stage. 2016, the debacle against Iceland in the second round. So expectations were pretty low. And we've had to come to a World Cup, I think people admit we've had a good draw, but semi-finals. And now in the Sun, they're talking about potentially a 2030 bid. So football might not have come home this time, but in 12 years it could be. Yeah. So they're potentially bidding for the World Cup in 2030.
Interesting.
Our team's looking good, though. I think, you know, another 4 years.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I think the thing that I loved about this is that even people who are not football fans, it's drawn everyone in, like a national celebration. You've seen all the different parks, at homes, on the trains. It just gives us sort of a uniting point for a few weeks.
It's been lovely, hasn't it?
For all the England fans, anyway.
Yes.
Sunday Times this morning, you've picked out this story, I love this, saying about how kids should be doing 7 tasks a day before going online. Now, I get this because I grew up, not when we had iPads or iPhones around, but Mum and Dad used to have a corner shop and we used to work in it.
Yeah.
We do more than 7 tasks a day to help them set up the shop. And good training ground, I think.
Yeah, it really is. I think with students nowadays, they're sort of digital natives. They've grown up in an environment where they, you know, from a young age, they're on their tablets, iPads. So getting them to do something apart from that. So I think this head teacher suggests kids do things like wake up, get ready, get changed. And that sounds like an obvious thing, but a lot of kids will wake up in the morning, get their phone out and just sit under their bed, just scrolling through their feeds, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. So getting kids to do something apart from that. And I think the summers are like, my kids break up on 23rd of July. So they've got 5-6 weeks. And often kids can regress. When they come back that first lesson back after the holidays, they've forgotten maths. Their spellings have gone wayward. So getting them to engage with things over the summer, have a routine, is really important for parents to set
Well, they've got a couple of tips here. Playing a board game, reading a book, doing a household chore, stacking the dishwasher or collecting dry cleaning, and taking the dog for a walk.
Yeah, so I think it's just getting kids to do things apart from, like I even myself, sometimes on a Sunday morning, if I haven't got a routine, I will sit there on my phone, think I'll just check a couple of tweets and Instas, and then an hour later I'm still in bed, I'm like, okay, I need to get up. So if adults are doing that, I think kids definitely...
You could tell you're of a certain age, Instas. I'm just that parent who agonises about what to do and just takes them all away and locks them in a cupboard. But anyway, not the children, the devices. Right. Boaty McBoatface, it never was. But Sir David Attenborough launched this ship yesterday, the RSS Sir David Attenborough, which was built at Camel Leads in Birkenhead.
And I think for me, this story just epitomises the beauty of being British and English. Like, obviously, we've had the World Cup, we've had this sort of joyous outpouring of national celebration. And this, again, I can't imagine many other countries in the world that would have selected in a national poll Boaty McBoatface. But we did. But thankfully, I think the organisers said that they needed a serious name for a serious boat. So they did come up with Attenborough in the end. And that's obviously a great dedication to the naturalist.
It was only a matter of time before we'd be talking about this, the Thai cave rescue being turned into a film. I mean, Hollywood are going to be jumping all over themselves to get the rights to this one, aren't they? Absolutely,
and I think Hollywood loves a sort of a story where there's adversity and there's tragedy as well, because we mustn't forget that one person did die in the rescue operation, but ultimately the 12 boys and their coach are rescued, and I think Hollywood could sense a film in the making here.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because it talks about the rights. I mean, I obviously don't understand movie rights, but you would think it's a story, but who owns the rights to it? You know, can you not just race to get the film made? I don't know.
I suppose I would imagine it's trying to get access to the
hear the
boys,
story.
to those involved in the rescue, and trying to kind of have them all to yourselves if you're a director or a producer, I would think.
Absolutely, and also nowadays with online streaming services, we can't just assume it will be a film that comes on the big screen. It could be on our laptops rather. So there's actually lots of different options to weigh up.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
We'll see you again in an hour.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Bobby.
Keep the waistcoat on.
Yes, I will do. And the bottom button undone as well.
Yeah,
Very good, very good. It's 28 minutes past